Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another video review. But before I get started, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you're watching this video right here and have not subscribed to Patriot Prime Reviews, please hit that subscribe button right now. It won't cost you a thing, but will help me and my channel out tremendously. Also, I am proud to announce that Toyhax.com is sponsoring this review. You know me, I absolutely love Toyhax Decals. About 75% of my collection has benefited from their products, all the way from Generation 1 to the new modern figures. Toyhax provides label sets, upgrade kits, and display backdrops for Transformers toys of all types and generations. New for 2020, Toyhax is introducing the Toyhax Armory, where they'll be offering a variety of weapons for your favorite bots in multiple colors. Also this year, Toyhax is introducing Robo Points. For every purchase you make, you'll earn Robo Points that you can redeem towards a voucher for future purchases. Toyhax is a company run by collectors for collectors, so check out Toyhax.com and make your collection stand out from the rest. And tell them Patriot Prime sent you. Now, on to the review. This video's featured bot is War for Cybertron Earthrise Triple Changer Astrotrain. And big shout out to friend of the channel Michael Welch, who lent me his Astrotrain in order to do this review. So big thanks to Mike in the comments. Now, as you guys know, Astrotrain is a triple changer, transforming from robot to locomotive to space shuttle. And the locomotive mode is what we're going to take a look at first. Now, this Astrotrain transforms into a steam locomotive, which is much more akin to his original Generation 1 toy, opposed to the space locomotive he transformed into in Titan's Return. Now, this locomotive looks awesome. The molded details on this is amazing. You can see the pistons, the rivets, the plating. I mean, this thing looks fantastic. Here on the front, you got the light, the smokestack, the wheels, and he's got lots of wheels. Very free rolling. This guy rolls really, really good. My one complaint is I wish he had more paint applications. The only real paint applications he has, he's got black here on the front, the Tampergraph Decepticon logo there, silver paint along these pipes, which look really good. I can't get over the details on this figure. That just looks amazing. But he could have used a little bit more paint. Now, this locomotive mode has a coal car or tender attached to the back, which is really cool because a coal car or tender is what they use to hold the fuel that powered the steam locomotive. You can detach this. It attaches with these 3 pegs right there that hook into Astrotrain's patented thrusters, just like the Generation 1 toy. And speaking of the Generation 1 toy, here is Earthrise Astrotrain with Generation 1 Astrotrain. As you can see, they really favor each other right down to those thrusters on the back. Now, taking a closer look at the tinderbox, this is the extra accessory that you get that makes this Voyager-sized figure a leader class price point. The tinderbox really doesn't look like a boxcar from a train because he has tank treads opposed to train wheels. But still, pretty solid piece. Lots of wheels can roll on either side. You see wheels on the top. That goes into another mode. So let's go ahead and transform the tinderbox. You're going to take the sides, pop these open, and flip this section around here, right there. Completely opens up, and instead of holding fuel for the train, he's got weapons, and lots of weapons. You get these detached here. 2 of these blasters. Both of these blasters look exactly the same. So you got 2 of these. 1 heavy cannon, or 1 heavy rifle. one sexual Tyrannosaurus minigun, and if you don't know what that means, please see the disclaimer at the front of this video. And one missile pod. So Astrotrain comes loaded with weapons, which is really, really cool. And then you have the tinderbox looking like this, which we'll come to later on. Now let's get Astrotrain transformed into shuttle mode. The first thing you're going to do is take the front of the train, this lower section here, and press up. It'll snap into place so it looks like that. Then the side of the trains here, unpeg these slightly. Flipping the train over, these sections here, fold these up, and bring these down. Once again, very slightly because you need room to take this section and rotate all the way around. Do that on both sides. And now you can fully bring the wings all the way down. Now you're going to take these sections, bring those down. Take this part right here, and you're going to split apart, revealing the locomotive. You want front of the locomotive. You're going to split this section apart too, if I can get it. Once this is apart, you're going to take the light and smokestack of the train and fold those in like so. Then bring this section around. Kind of fiddly. You got all these parts to get out of the way. There we go. Do that on both sides. Oh, that, much easier like that. Finally opened up. So once you have the shuttle nose cone out, you're going to snap and put these together. Snap these into place rather. Squeeze those and bring these sections back. Snapping those in place. On the back here, get your thumbnail in, flip these little sections up on each side, and rotate this up and over, extending the tail fin. Now what you're going to have to do on the back is snap loose the engine section, and you're going to split this apart slightly so you can get that little notch right there to go into this groove. So get that down. Locked in place. You're going to bring the thrusters back up. This is the hardest part of the transformation. Okay, got those in. It still didn't click. Like I said, this is a very fiddly little section. There we go. I've got it locked in place now. Get the wings snapped back in place. And there we have Astrotrain in space shuttle mode. And just like the locomotive mode, this mode is very reminiscent of the Generation 1 figure. But there is one glaring problem. This whole section right here just looks unfinished. It's like Hasbro ran out of ideas on how to fix that and just said, hell with it, throw it in the package. So any 3D company out there, there's a couple ports right on top. You make a section to fit over that, I'll be the first one in line. But other than that glaring problem, Space Shuttle mode doesn't look bad. I like the front. Lots of nice molded details. Paint applications look really good. The applications there on the windows. This stripe right here, which is also a throwback to Generation 1. Tamper-graphed Decepticon logos on each wing, and nice paint job along the side of the wings. Turning the vehicle around, you see the thrusters once again. I really didn't go over those in train mode, but look at the details right there. I love the molded detailing on this figure. Plenty of ports, so you can actually utilize all the different weapons to really arm this space shuttle up. Granted, I don't think he's going to do much flying, but it's something you can do. Now, I do wish that they gave him another missile pod. I mean, he only gets one, but I like to have my figures symmetrical, so I wish we got one extra rocket pod. So let me go ahead and get these weapons off so I can bring in the tinderbox from earlier. As you remember, I had it unfolded like this. For shuttle mode, you're going to bring these sections forward So now seeing the tank treads on the bottom, bring that part up too, it kind of becomes a shuttle transport. But unfortunately, it really won't lay flat. So you can just kind of put Astrotrain there on top of it, and you know, it's like he's rolling up to the launch bay. And speaking of launch bay, that's where the secondary form of this launch pad comes into place. You're going to take this section down and rotate it so it looks like that. Take these sections, fold those out. Now, these little pegs here rotate around, so you want to make sure and rotate them to match up to Astrotrain's thrusters here. So let's see, got two on the bottom. Let's do it like this. We'll peg that into Astrotrain's thrusters. Let me zoom my camera back. You now have a launch bay that can actually be utilized by some of the Earthrise MicroMasters, like so. Plus, you can also add weaponry to the base to really arm it up and add to the playability. So there's something you can do if you so choose. And before I forget, here's a quick comparison of Earthrise Astrotrain's shuttle mode with Generation 1 Astrotrain. Now let's get Astrotrain transformed into robot mode. The first thing you're going to do is split the whole front half of the shuttle. Just like so, bringing these sections out and around, and these will actually slide down and cover up the shuttle nose cone. So it looks like this. On the back, you've got these gray sections. You're going to unpeg on each side, flip those around. Those will click into place, and those, of course, form Astrotrain's feet. Here on the chest, you're going to flip these sections up on either side and bring this whole assembly, well, after you unclip it from that very problematic thruster, now you're going to bring this whole assembly, folding the tail fin around, putting down like so, revealing Astrotrain's face, and take these side panels and clip down. Now you're going to take this wing section. It's on a hinge that you want to bring down and around. Take the thrusters, fold all the way back. These sections here are the arms. You're going to bring these down, and they will lock into place right there on the side. Mine got to apply a little bit of pressure. Now we're going to simply unfold the arms, swing those around, flip the fists out, do the same on the other side. There we go. This back section, you want to get this down, locked into place, and it'll snap in place nice and secure. Now down here on the legs, these little sections right here, there is a rotation. And what you're supposed to do, there's a little clip right here, is you rotate from this circle, this hole right here, to this one. I have no idea why. It really doesn't add that much to the figure, but the instructions say to do so. So there you go, and there you have Astrotrain in robot mode. There is one final step in the transformation that I did forget to show off. You have to take these flaps right here and bring those down, revealing Astrotrain's abs. Now we have Astrotrain fully transformed in robot mode. And this robot mode looks great. He looks just like he stepped right out of the 1980s television show. So G1, it just looks awesome. Tons of molded details throughout the figure. I can't get over the details on these modern figures. It looks great. His paint details, they're a little lacking though. He does have some paint there on those newly revealed abs. Up here on the head sculpt, there's yellow stripe. And if you can see in there, he does have some red beady eyes with a chrome face. Very solid figure. Not much hollowness to him at all. A little bit on the inside of the legs, but that's not too bad. Now, as far as articulation is concerned, the arms can go up and down, and they could do a complete 360 if it wasn't for the wings. He also has a bicep swivel and, let's see, no wrist rotation. The head can do a complete 360. Elbow bend, of course. He does have a waist swivel, surprisingly. Legs can go up and down all around. He does have a knee bend and no knee rotation. And there is a ankle tilt. So lots of posability to this guy. He looks great. And of course, you can add some of his many weapons to him. Let's give him the mega cannon there and the minigun. Let's see if I can undersling that. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I really like this figure. Now, Astrotrain can also use the tinderbox in this mode. You're going to take this front section right here, and these slide right off. Well, one does. So right here you have, in other words, shoes. So we're going to peg these into the bottom of his feet. You got these holes right there that match up to the pegs. 1 and 2, which give him a little bit more height. Let me move the camera back slightly. The rest of the tinderbox you kind of fold up, bring this section up and over. You're going to rotate it around and place it underneath the tinderbox. Fold all this back up, and then this pegs into Astrotrain's back. Line those pegs up, and there you go. That looks stupid. He looks like he's getting ready to go on a ruck march. But you can't see it from the front, but still, that's something I probably won't do at all. Go ahead and get his shoes off. Astrotrain's robot mode has plenty of ports as well, so you can add the rest of those weapons. We can give him some ankle cannons, and we can put this rocket pod up here on this shoulder. And now we have Earthrise Astrotrain all armed and ready for battle. Astrotrain does have one final gimmick. You can take all of the weapons that he comes with and combine them to form a mega weapon. So you've got the minigun, attach that to the larger rifle, like so. Then you've got the two similar blasters. There's little pegs on the side that they will go right here on the end. And now the missile pod, it connects right there on the bottom. Make sure and have the peg that sticks out facing front. And there is Astrotrain's mega gun. So let's bring Astrotrain out, put the mega weapon in his hand, and there you go. He is ready to lay down some pain. And now for some quick size comparisons. Here is War for Cybertron Earthrise Astrotrain with Generation 1 Megatron, Generation 1 Astrotrain, War for Cybertron Siege 35th Anniversary Megatron, and Titan's Return Astrotrain. And herein lies the problem. Earthrise Astrotrain is a $50 leader class figure, where Titan's Return Astrotrain was a $30 Voyager class figure. Now, of course, you could add Astrotrain's platform shoes here. But it still really doesn't make that much of a difference. Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Astrotrain really surprised me. This figure is so much better than what I was originally expecting. I absolutely love the robot mode. I love the locomotive mode. The shuttle mode, it's a little lacking with that really messy middle, but it works. It does look like a Generation 1 shuttle. Now, he is a leader class figure, but he's a Voyager size. Now, that really puts me off. Granted, you're paying that extra $20 for the tinderbox, which is, it's cool. I mean, it adds to the train mode, and it's neat to have that little base for the shuttle. But for robot mode, how I display my figures, it's a useless piece that's going to be in storage. So I'm not real keen on spending that extra $20 for that piece. So there you go, guys. Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Astrotrain. So, does a War for Cybertron Earthrise Astrotrain belong in your collection? I'm kind of tore on this one. I am one of those that is not a big fan of paying $50 for a leader class figure. Granted, you do get a pretty cool accessory that can be utilized in all the modes, though the robot mode version sucks. And that's where my problem lies, is I display my bots in robot mode. This piece is not used, so this is going to be in storage. But he is a great figure. He's tons of fun to transform, a lot easier to transform than Ape Face and Springer, in my opinion, and he's got tons of playability. The locomotive mode's great. The shuttle mode, it's okay. It's got that big gap on the back I'm not a big fan of. And the robot mode is fantastic. Granted, he could use a little bit of decals. And fortunately, I'm going to take care of that. I got a brand new set of Toyhax decals right here. And as a big thank you to Michael Welch for lending me this figure to review, I'm going to Toyhax him up for you. So once again, thank you so much, Mike. And guys, thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload new reviews. Once again, this is Patriot Prime signing out. Hooah!